going to call on our next speaker, Mr. Delano Foster. He's going to be presenting on the motivational power of music. But before he receives the virtual mic, I would like to introduce him. Or have an idea who he is. So Mr. Delano Foster, he was born in Montego Bay, St. James. He attended Catherine Hall Primary School. Then he went to Mount Salem Primary and Junior High. And he matriculated from there and then went to Herbert Marson Technical High School, where he graduated with 7 subjects. He also completed tertiary education. He did so at the Sam Sharp Teachers College, where he completed his study in primary education and an advancement in the area of music. He has gone on to teach at schools such as Catherine Hall Primary, his alma mater, and Herbert Marson Technical High, also his alma mater, Montego Bay Preparatory, Anchory Primary, and he is currently employed at the Fairfield International Academy, where he teaches students how to play a variety of instruments, including piano, saxophone, drums, guitars, etc. I personally am currently learning to play the electric guitar and the acoustic. And so I'm very much excited to hear what he has to say. Music is very powerful. Music is very powerful, as we can all relate. So Mr. Foster, the virtual mic is yours, sir. And welcome, a hearty welcome from the Rhodes High School, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right. Morning, ladies and morning, gentlemen. Special morning to all the males, all the boys here from the Rhodes High School. Today, I'm Delano Foster, I was just introduced by the MC. I will be presenting on the power of music. So we are here to discuss the power of music, how it impacts our nation, how it impacts us as individuals, and how it impacts the world. So we're going to be looking at the power of music. And we're going to be talking about a little dancehall, a little reggae music, and so forth. So here we go. So the power of music. How powerful is music? But first, let's define what is music. Now, music is basically the sequencing or the patterns of sound and silences used to convey or express emotions. It can be instrumental or vocal or even a combination of both. Very, very simple. So it's either vocal, instrumental, or you can combine the vocal with the instrumental like our artists do in Jamaica and worldwide. Now, how powerful is music? Like the late, great Robert Nesta Marley said, rest in peace. He, on Tuesday, is the 40 years since the death of Robert Nesta Marley. He said, and I quote, "One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain," end quote. The power of music transcends beyond words and emotions. Quite rightly, music is the most powerful art form globally. And I repeat, music is the most powerful art form globally. Now, studies have shown that people who listen to music are less likely to suffer from stress, anxiety, and depression. Also, it helps to improve sleep quality and memory, which is very, very good. So imagine music helps to improve your sleep quality and memory. Now, let me go even further to let you know that the playing or listening to music or listening of music activates both sides of the brain simultaneously, meaning the same time. It is considered a total brain workout. So that's a very important fun fact about music. It stimulates both sides of the brain at the same time, and it's a total brain workout. All right. Now, for me, over a decade of being in the classroom and working with children, I have come to notice that all the students who excel at music are top performers in most of the other subject areas, specifically mathematics. Why is this? This is because of the mathematical content and concept embedded in music. So music is very, very closely related to math. So they are almost like cousins. Very, very simple. Now, as a matter of fact, music connects with all the subject areas. Let me just give you some example. We can refer to the English language, like language arts used in music and how songs are written in different tense, whether it be future tense, past tense, present tense. And we can also look at music as the language it is written in. We have music that are written in Spanish, like the Latino music. We have the reggaeton. Some of the reggaetons are also written in Spanish. We have the English music. We have Chinese music. So it can relate to language arts. And science. Science teaches us that sound is vibration, and the different frequencies of vibration is what makes different sounds. So we can relate music to almost every and any subject area. Now let's focus a little on the power of our local music, reggae music and dancehall music. How powerful is our music? Very, very powerful. I have seen countless videos and live performances where people who don't even speak the English language, who have never spoken the English language in their entire life, they can sing some of Bob Marley's song word for word without missing anything at all. Now, let me remind you that in the 70s, there was no Instagram, no hashtag, no YouTube, no Facebook, no iTunes, etc. Yet Bob Marley and the Wailers wailed throughout the world with their music, which contributed to it being a worldwide recognized genre of music. How powerful our music is, simple as that. Now, let me add that in the early 1960s, specifically in 1962, when Jamaica gained its independence, the ska music was the music of the people back then. So there was no reggae, there was no dancehall, it was ska in the 1960s. We started late 1950s, and when Jamaica gained its independence in 1962, the ska was the music of the people. And for that, Jamaica had a song dedicated directly to the independence of Jamaica, which was a ska song. Now, fast forward to our last government general held election. All the politicians from the different divisions and constituencies use dancehall music to propel their campaign. This has been a trend for all the general elections over the years. They use music to push and to propel their campaign. The use of music to influence and to lure the voters. So that's how powerful our music is. So sometimes our government, they come with promises and they come with this and they come with that, and we don't listen or think about what they're saying, but because of the kind of music they're using or the artists that they are featuring on their campaign, that's what we want to vote for. And that's who we want to vote for because of our preference in terms of artists and music. Now, in recent times, it is said that music has been the main contributor to crime and violence in our country. Again, in recent times, it is said that the dancehall music specifically is the main contributor to crime and violence in our country and our society. Is it? Of course, I believe it does contribute to what, I believe it does contribute, but to what extent? When Vybz Kartel said, real bad man, no muggle in our shots, straight jeans, cut off foot pants, everybody have yachts when we get my clocks, everybody have yachts. I mean, all schoolers wanted to wear a clocks. Who never have a clocks? Ask parents, however, they need money to buy the clocks. Everybody need a clocks. So how influential music is. When Beenie Man come and said, I'm drinking rum and Red Bull, and you see me, my heart full. Everybody wanted that in the party. Everybody wanted to drink that and to vibes in the party. So it is very, very influential. When Shaggy said, it wasn't me. Well, it's simply, at that time, it just wasn't me. Simple as that. So the music alone, however, cannot be blamed for our decisions and actions. We as a people and the government have to take account for our own actions and take responsibility without pointing the finger at each other or even the pointing the finger at the dancehall music, which I consider to be wrong, to solely blame the music for our criminal intentions and activities throughout our nation. Now, did you know reggae music have a longer lifespan than dancehall music? I'm pretty sure you would have known that. And also, The 90s dancehall, so like the Bounty Killer, the Beanie Man, the Baby Sham, the Wayne Wonder, the 90s dancehall era have more longevity than most recent dancehall songs. This is because of the message in the music, the time and effort spent, and the talent in producing these music. So the one that they put more effort into, which was done on a more professional basis, it has a longer lifespan. Now, the music timeline in Jamaica started with, I'm gonna give you a timeline for the music. I want everybody to listen to this carefully. The musical timeline in Jamaica started with mento, then ska, then rocksteady, then reggae, then dancehall. I'm gonna go over that again. 5 main genres of Jamaican music. Because folk and mento is divided, but mento is the main one. So folk came from mento. Now, again, the lineage of the music in Jamaica, I'm just going over this so I can make my point when I move further. The lineage, we have mento, we had ska, then it went to rocksteady, then it went to reggae, then it went to dancehall. Now, out of these 5 genres, the one that lived the shortest life was rocksteady, which rocksteady just lasted 18 months, not even 2 years, 18 months rocksteady lasted for. That was the shortest one, rocksteady. Why did rocksteady lasted so short? Let me explain to you now. Because rocksteady was when they started the rude boy era. Some person think that a dancehall started, they have the violent lyrics and the Batman song, as we call it, are the criminal songs. No, it started in the rocksteady era. They used to sing songs like Rudy don't fear no one, Rudy don't fear. Rudy don't fear no boy, Rudy don't fear. And them a loot, them a shoot, them a shanty town. So they did all of these songs which were considered as rude boy songs. So these music dealt with the criminal elements of the ghetto. No, because of this, society didn't take kindly to it because of what the content of the music. So what they did, they had to switch over from the rude boy to love songs in rocksteady. So stuff like Girl I've Got a Day, from the late great Alton Ellis. No, they had to switch over to love songs in the genre of rocksteady because of what it was preaching. It was talking about the criminal elements in the ghetto. No, after which they had to make the transition straight into reggae music. So that's where reggae music got its birth from the ending of the rocksteady era. That's when reggae music started. No, I am saying this to say that if you want to enjoy life and its offerings, you have to separate yourself from negativity so you don't last as short as rocksteady music in comparison to the other genres. All right, so I'm asking you, gentlemen, we know we are in a society where we have a lot of peer pressure, a lot of influence, and most of the time we are only exposed. We are only limited to what we're exposed to. But I'm asking you, please try to see outside the box, separate yourself from negativity so you can last longer and not as short as rocksteady in comparison to the other genres. No, let me just make this point here. I have listened to countless dancehall songs from Mavado to Cartel to Alkaline to Popcorn. And yes, I do agree with everyone here, or most persons here, especially the boys. I do agree with you. These music are really nice and we all can hold our vibes to them, or we can sing to them, or we can dance to them. But I can guarantee you that nobody here can sing some of these songs better than I can. I even admire the lyrical potency of these artists and their melodies, their slangs, but that's how far it should go for everyone. I have a brain and I know wrong from right. I know good and evil. And I still, no matter how much I listen and how much I sing these songs, none can influence me to hurt my brothers and sisters. Why? Because I have a mind of my own. And a coward, let me just finish that statement by saying a coward allows someone else to make their own decisions. You have to make a decision for yourself. You have to have morals, values instilled. You have to have an outlook on life in a positive way in order to make conscious decisions. All right? It now leads to my question. Will you allow the content of the music to take control of you? Because there is one thing that is more powerful than the music, and that is you, gentlemen. You cannot allow the music to take control of you because there's one thing more powerful than the music, and that is you, that is me, that is us as individuals. We are more powerful than the music because we don't have to always listen. We can listen for fun. We can listen it for enjoyment and for entertainment, but that's how far it should go. Now, just imagine all I've said before. Somebody mic is not making it disturb. Adrian Sutherland, will you mute your mic, please? All right, so let me continue. As I was saying, everybody hear me still clearly?
Yes, we are.
Okay, great. So now, let me go back to my question again so I can continue. I was saying that will you allow the music to take control of you? Because there's one thing more powerful than the music, and that is you, that is me, that is us as individuals of the society. Now, just imagine all I've said before about how powerful the music is, yet you as an individual is more powerful. It all depends on mindset, morals, values, and things you stand for. I'm not here to tell you to stop listening to Skilly Bang and Cartel and Movad and Alkaline and Popcorn, Intense, just to name a few, and all the others, because quite frankly, I won't stop listening. I will not stop listening. I'm a lover of music and I listen to music right across the board, so I will not stop listening. As a matter of fact, as soon as we are finished here today, I'm going to hop onto YouTube. I'm going to finish listening to the rest of Alkaline's top price album, because I want to hear what he has. I want to hear the lyrics. I want to hear the potency. I want to hear the melodies and the rhythms, because that's what music is about. But all I'm simply saying is music is an art form, and this is done for entertainment. So make your own choice so that your decisions won't haunt you. I leave you with a simple statement. The music is a tool. Don't be its fool. All right? So the music is a tool. Don't be its fool. All right, so I have about 4 questions here before I go for persons who were really listening to what I was saying. First question, which genre was the shortest in the history of Jamaica?
Rocksteady, sir.
Rocksteady, all right. Who said that first? Sounds like Tevin Martin. All right, cool. Now, how long did Rocksteady last for? How long?
18 months.
18 months, sir.
18 months. So we have J-Con there. Very good. We're listening. Now, can you give me the 5 genres of Jamaican music in no specific order? You don't have to give me the timeline I gave you. Just ensure you have
Rocksteady, ska, mento,
reggae dancehall.
Reggae and that, yeah.
Beautiful. So we understand the timeline. All right. And now, what is more powerful than the music?
Your mind.
Beautiful. Excellent. So we understand the concept of how powerful music is. And like I said, I'm not going to tell anybody here, don't listen to the music. I'm going to encourage you, go and listen to the music, because music influences us. It influences me in a positive way. But I'm asking you, whatever the music is saying, judge it on your own basis and know wrong from right, know good from evil, and know that whatever decisions you make, whatever choices you make, those decisions will haunt you down the road if they are negative. All right. Thank you very much for having me, gentlemen and ladies, and have a wonderful Boys' Day. And let's enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Foster. That presentation was riddled with musical facts. Myself here, I was blown away, because as a lover for music, I did not know so much. And of course, it is empowering me to be, one of the members who would be contributing in the musical arts. I'm also a lover for the creative arts. I'm sure that, most of the males would have been empowered. And as you rightly say, they must be, or they are more powerful than the music, and they must be mindful of that. I want that to resonate with them.
Definitely.
So that it can be in line with the true spirit of today's session. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Foster, for this contemporary presentation.
Most welcome. Sure
it was impactful. And of course, that was it Tevin?
Yes, Tevin got one. I think J-Quan. Tevin and some other persons. I can't remember the names now.
All right, so we have some prizes coming up for those students who have participated. And thanks again, Mr. Foster. We'll see you on the other side.
Yes, sir.
And is Mr. Wallace here? Right. So we will be moving along with the program. Miss Edwards, would you want to chime in at this time?
Yes, sir. Do you want me to do one of the wheel of names now?
Yes, please.
All right. Can you
We've
make me
got prizes
co-host so I can share my screen, please?
Stand by.
All right. All right, let me see if I can share. All right, good. Let me know when you're seeing my screen.
Yes, miss.
All right, Mr. Bonick, whenever you're ready, tell me to begin.
Yes, you may begin. So over to you.
So anybody names that this arrow lands on will win something from Mr. Bonick. Kishan Richards, are you on? Is he still on? Kishan Richards?
Kishan still here. What's separate and apart from the giveaways here, I think Tevin would have earned something as well. So we will yes, his prize is aside apart from
all right, so you can write down Kishan's name, Mr. Bonick, and I'm gonna remove it since he wants something.
Kishan.
Should I go again or?
In the interest of time, we would have to do it after this presentation.
Okay.
All right, so we have Kishan for now, Tevin, and Shekwan. All right, so.
Sir, Jake and Lewis, no?
Was it?
Sir, Jake and Lewis.
Oh, Jake one.
Lewis, sir.
And Tevin. Yes, Jake one Lewis and Tevin, right? Good. All right. So moving along with the program, our moderator is having some technical challenges, and as
yeah, it seems to have been started.
Okay, so it's over to you now, Mr. Wallace.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, I was having some inconsistencies with the internet, but it seems to have been solved. So thank you for
no problem
for chipping in, and we're moving right ahead to the next item, which is staying healthy during a crisis. That is the title of the next program. It will be brought to us comprehensively by Mr. Wendell Egbert, and I'm to introduce him as well. And I'm sure he will, his presentation will also be impactful, as was Mr. Foster. So, Mr. Egbert, I'm hoping I've pronounced the name correctly and I didn't butcher his name. Forgive me if I've done so. So he was born and raised from the volatile community of Rose Heights in Montego Bay. He's a road pass student of Barracks Road Primary School and Herbert Morrison Technical High School. He is a graduate of GC Foster College in 2012. And in 2015, he also graduated from GC Foster, acquiring a degree in physical education and sports, level 1 IAAF athletic coach program. He started his teaching career in 2013, and he is currently a physical education teacher at Maldon High School. He is also a staff welfare officer and a track and field coach. Mr. Wendell Egbert, I extend Rhodes High School welcome to you, sir, and the virtual microphone is over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I sure hope that everyone is doing well. I just want to extend my special welcome to all the males who is a part of this platform as we go through staying healthy during our crisis and under your team that was established, activating your inner strength. I'm hoping that everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes.
All right, thank you. In staying healthy during a crisis, and many may ask many questions, but we're going to focus on two main questions. We're going to try to answer two questions today. And one such question, is it okay to exercise with my friends? And one might wonder why are we going to ask that question where we could always go outside and play with our friends. Then the next one will come on stream. What can I do on a daily basis to stay healthy during the crisis? We have to understand that a crisis is nothing normal. So we are going to try and establish a definition for both these words, for crisis, first of all, and for health. I'm sure everyone who is a part of this platform is aware that we are now have been over a year now in COVID-19, suffering from COVID-19 pandemic. So it is easy for us to recognize such crisis. But let's use the definition: a time of intense difficulty or danger. And this is coming from according to the Oxford Dictionary. Then we are going to look at the word health, because in staying healthy during a crisis, we must know what we're really talking about when we talk about health. And for those students who are part of their physical education or their science class, you would come across this definition over and over again. This comes from the World Health Organization. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of diseases or infirmity. So we're going to dissect it and look at each of these areas. And at the end of it, we're going to question ourselves, are we really healthy as we thought? So it's a triangle in which we are going to look at. We're going to look at the triangle of health, where we're going to focus on the physical, the mental, and the social. We all can assume what physical really is. But let's ask ourselves the question, do we really know what we mean by being physically healthy? So being physically healthy is not just about going to the gym or trying to be one of the fittest person or be able to lift weights or anything like that. It digs a bit deeper than that. Being physically healthy, it means that your body feels good. Once your body is feeling good, your mind is at ease, we will come to the conclusion that you're a happy human being. And also, oftentimes it generates to us being very confident as well. But in trying to stay healthy, we have to try to minimize the hazard that we have at school or at home, because we are spending most of our time at home now. And since I think I'm talking to most of the gentlemen in this empowerment session, I'm going to touch this topic a little bit. Using contraception when having sex. I'm not going to take it for granted that since I'm talking to students, this act is not engaged upon. But we all know that the different diseases that can come along in practicing these acts. So using protection is always important. Then practicing effective hygiene. Effective hygiene goes it goes very wide. We have to practice taking our regular showers, changing a simple thing as our socks each day. Whenever you participate in any physical activity, you change those sweaty clothes. Well, you take a shower first, right? And even ensuring that you find the deodorant that works well with you. I know since we are at home, we are tempted a lot of time to engage in illegal drugs or alcohol or tobacco. As much as you may not see it right away, these indeed affect our inner body. And we are under the theme that activating our inner self. And we don't want to we want to destroy what is inside our body for us to be at a disability at some point. Let's go to something that we can actually do at home in terms of exercising and so forth. Under physical health, these are some of the things that we can do. We can do a simple thing as to walk for just 30 minutes each day. I don't think 30 minutes is asking too much from anyone. At the end of the day, what we want to ensure that our body, you feel comfortable in your body. Another part is that we can do stuff like squat, using your own body weight. You don't even need anything. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to leave home or anything. But if we should find that we need to leave home, we are going to engage in our creativeness. Push-ups. We can try doing 10 each time. Dumbbells. This is where I just meant, this is what I mentioned a while ago. Being creative. In doing dumbbells, we can use things such as a jug, or we can even find stone that is at home, or we can find different things, objects that are at home that we can use as a form of weight. So I'm not going to say we must leave the home and go to the gym and try to lift some weights. We can do all of this from home, right? And planks along with skipping. These are things in which I'm pretty sure there's nobody on this platform that want their body to be out of shape, in the sense that they are not comfortable to walk through their door, or they don't want anybody to see them, especially males. I'm sure we as males love to go on the beach and we can take off our shirt and confidently walk up to a female and we get engaged in a conversation. I hope I'm correct with it right across the board. We're going to move to the next one, our mental health. I'm just praying that there's nobody with this going on within their head. Mental health goes a far way, and oftentimes it is skipped or we don't pay much attention on it. We panic a lot. We go through stress, especially during the exam time that is coming up. We suffer through being very nervous, right? And all of these are things that during this crisis, we need to learn how to deal with. Keep in mind that we are not at school as regular, where we could go to our teacher, or our teacher could pick up that something is not going on right, and we could try and engage with you and fix the problem. So in coping with your mental health, we want you to try to keep connecting with others. Talk with your friends. We are now in a technological time where you don't have to leave your home to go and call your brethren down the road. You can take up your cell phone, or you can use the social media platform, and we can engage in a conversation. You're going to try and stay as positive as possible. So we're not going to look at the cup being half empty all the time. We're going to look at the progress in which we have made. The cup is now half full. So we're going to get, of course, physical active. Oftentimes when we engage in any form of physical activity, we forgot all about the problem that we have at home, or the challenge that you may have completing a task. So I believe I'm talking to most of the males. So we can go and play some football. And during that time, we totally forget about all the problems that we are having. Don't be afraid to help someone if someone calls on you. It is very key that we ensure that we get enough sleep. I know it's SBA and IA time, and there are a lot of us who wait for last minute, and we end up not getting sleep for days. We find that when you do that, you are very aggressive in the next day, or you have no form of energy to do anything at all. So you have to ensure that you get enough sleep so that you can go throughout your day at ease. And if you think that you are not able to do the above, I'm going to also encourage you to get help. I think at your school, you would have your guidance counselors, you have your teachers, you have the different family members that are around. Talk to someone about any issues that you are having. Don't just sit down and store it up for yourself. Talk about the social well-being. We're not just talking about our social platform where we talk about where we are going on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Not just that, but your social well-being, we're going to look at the definition of such. What is your social health? Your social health can be defined as the ability to interact and form meaningful relationships with others. I know we oftentimes, as a teenager growing up, we would find ourselves sitting around a computer or sitting around our games, and we have no form of interaction with nobody outside of that game. It's probably the TV or the game talking to you most of the time, right? So we often lose the connection that we have with people, and then when we go out there, it feels very strange in trying to approach someone, right? By engaging in different persons, talking to them over and over, there are some positive aspects that we can get from such. How do we really cope with social health? We have to balance the social and personal time. So we can't spend our entire day, we can't spend our entire day sitting around the computer. We have to try to take a walk on the outside. I know what COVID have done so far is that it restrains us or restricts us to be in the house most of the times or more often than what we are accustomed to. But at some point, take a walk outside. Then being your true self at all times. I don't want when you're at school, your teacher can say, that boy is a very good and humble boy. Yet outside of school, when you go to your community, it's a different story. Be true to yourself that no matter where you go, the same thing is being said about you. And I'm gonna put the challenge to you that the same thing, meaning that a good thing is being said about you. Treating others with respect. So not because a teacher does not teach you, it means that you don't have respect for that teacher. Or you probably see an adult on the road and you just think that it's him not in your life, so you can't say anything to him or do anything to him. Treating everybody with respect. And you also go back to being true to yourself as well, all the time. So respect goes a far way, right? You treat others with respect and others treat you with the same respect that you treat them with. And maintaining and building a strong relationship with friends. I know it may be challenging. You're not accustomed to communicating on this platform 190% of the time. In fact, let me take that back. You are accustomed to this way of communication way more than the adults who are probably on the platform here. So let's utilize this to keep and keep our friendship as strong as possible and maintain the relationship that we have with each and every one of them. You also can turn to your friends and family for support. It creates a balance. Even though we're not talking about the mental aspect right now, it creates a balance that you always have those friends and family in your corner, so you can go and talk to about anything that you want to talk about. I'm pretty sure you have some friends that you will tell them anything about you. But your mother and your father, who is are your parents, who is your guardian that is at home, you would not share such information with. So you lean on them for support. Communicating effectively. So it's not just about saying something and it could mean 100 things. Or you try not to tell your parents that you're going X place. And then when we hear something on the news, we wonder if it was you or not. Or we are so shocked to find out that you are down the road when we know that you should be at home. That's why your last place is said. So you have to communicate effectively. In other words, try not to lie. I'm going to ask you the question. With all the areas in which we have just looked at, how healthy are you? How healthy do you think? And we're talking about the physical aspect, the mental aspect, and the social aspect of health. How healthy do you think you are? I'm going to leave that question for you to think about. If in answering the question, it covers all of these areas, your mental, your social, and your physical, along with your emotional well-being, then you are on track. If you say that you have all these areas covered, then you are on track to being a very healthy person. Because being healthy is not just about feeling free from illness or disease. It is a state of complete mental, physical, social, and emotional well-being. So, class, again, the question stands. How healthy do you think you are after seeing that presentation? Thank you.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. Very powerful and comprehensive presentation.
Strong.
A lot of nuggets was dished out to the hearers today for free. I'm very grateful for the presentation just now. Very, very extremely grateful. And I trust you guys took the nuggets and the gems that were given to you, paying attention to your physical, mental, and social health. One important thing he mentioned, which is very crucial as it pertains to what you place inside of your bodies. It may not show up immediately, right? The effect of it might not be immediate, but it may come up later down the line, right? Which is very important. There's a reward or a consequence to our actions, to each and every one of our actions, and we must be very deliberate, intentional, and very careful with those actions, right? So take great care in terms of your physical, do a little jogging, do a little sport as he recommended. Pay attention to your mental health, a little bit of information, not necessarily positive, but 5 persons died in the 5 police workers died suddenly on the job during the last 5 months, suddenly, right? And it was due to mental issues. They were very stressed, overworked, and this is unprecedented, right? So our mental health cannot be understated. So please take great care in addressing your mental state. Also, socially, as he mentioned, very important. You have to be careful the persons that you communicate with, to be careful how you communicate to others, right? The words that you choose, the company that you keep, right? Very, 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 very important. Very powerful presentation by Mr. Winner. Thank you, sir. We're moving right along, and it's now time for our guest speaker. But first we have to introduce our guest speaker. So I'm going to turn over to Mr. Davis to do the introduction of our guest speaker.
I will be doing the introduction, Mr.
Okay,
But at this point, we want to forward all the students' attention to the chat. We have a giveaway. Of course, it's a credit. It should be a digital credit. Are we ready, students? So forward your attention to the chat. Miss Edwards, she will ask you about the presentation that Mr. Egbert had done. What of the question will be coming from that presentation? And I'm communicating with Miss Edwards. Focus on the chat. The question is coming.
All right, students, can you just tell one of the focus strategy that the speaker focused on for health?
So one of the here that Mr. Egbert touched on. This is a simple giveaway. Mr. Egbert, here to join here. We want to ensure that the prize is carefully won. But Tevin, you would have won. We can't allow for Tevin to win all the prizes, you know.
There is an answer in the chat from Andre Miller. He's saying mental health.
Mental health. Awesome. I think Andre Miller. Yes, go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
I'm being a self-sure.
All right, awesome. All right, so for now we have Tevin and Andre Miller in the chat. Of course, you guys will be getting these prizes after the presentation. Stay tuned as we have more coming to you. All right. So at this time, I will be doing the introduction of our keynote speaker. With no further ado, we will now warmly welcome Mr. Kevin Johnson. He is a teacher at heart. He serves his community as a minister of religion and youth, director for the Church of God of Prophecy in Hanover and St. James. He is a Spanish educator and is employed at the Mount Alvernia High School. Training and youth development as well as mentorship are his passions. He serves as a child diversion mentor in the parish of Hanover. And of course, he's a happily married man. He's happily married to Mrs. Johnson, Tracy Ann Johnson, and has one son. His name is it Jude, Mr. Johnson? Just to be correct. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you our keynote speaker, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bonick. I just want to say good morning to the Master of Ceremonies, the principal. I don't know if the principal is here, the staff, you know, other members of the administration, and the top geners of Rhodes Hall High School. Of course, premier school for secondary education in Hanover. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I am very elated to be here with you today in this, great event that has been planned. I want to commend all the organizers on putting this together. I'm sure it was a tedious task and so forth. And I know that the session has been going on well. I've been dropping in and out since since the session started. And, I feel honored to be able to share just a few words to the gentlemen of Rhodes Hall High School. All right. Now, I observed that from your theme that it is saying activating your inner strength, activating your inner strength. And, I will just be speaking to you for a few minutes. And I want you to just listen carefully because there are some nuggets that I want us to get from this quick Okay, I apologize about that. I don't know, my mic just got muted. All right, so somebody want to shut me up, but I'm today. So, activating your inner strength. Now, some people will say, okay, what is this talking about? And I'm sure you'd have heard many things about it since this morning. But the first thing we want to think about is what is the inner self? What are we talking about when you say the inner self? Because I want to say to everybody here, that listen, it's the true you is not the outward. It's not the color of the skin. It's not the straight pants or sit on the top of the shoes what teachers have to talk every day about. Well, I guess we don't have to deal with that a lot these days because we're in an online space now. But it is not about the clothes or wear. It's not anything about that. The inner self is the true you. It's the you that you know best. It is the you that, everybody else have an idea of who you are, but you know yourself best. And that is what the inner self is talking about. And that's what we're going to talk about, activating the real you inside. We're not talking about the man or the young man or the boy or the teenager, whichever you want to classify yourself as. I'm not talking about the one that the girls see. I'm not talking about the one that you portray to your brethren then. I'm not talking about the real you, the real you. And so, when we talk about the real self, we're really talking about the mind. And I know you're just talking about mental health a while ago. Yeah? But the mind is so powerful. I'm going to show you how powerful the mind is. Watch this now. All right, right now, watch me and everybody. I want everybody, nobody, as a matter of fact, I want no one at all right now to think about Popeye's chicken, Popeye's fried chicken. Do not think about Popeye's fried chicken and the mashed potato and the fries. Don't think about it. I'm sure right now that everybody might have said, hold on, that man I can't don't talk, so we can go get something, some people. I say, you know what? I drive go to the grill right away because some Popeyes need to go into my belly. You get me? But that's the power of the mind. Every day we entertain millions of thoughts. Contrary to what people think, the mind is something that it never takes a rest. Even sometimes we're sleeping and we're thinking, we call it dreams and nightmare and this. The mind is active, things going on. And so we have to work on there. We have to strengthen the mind, get the mindset right, and then we will be able to actually move forward. Yes, the mind is very important. So let's look at a few things here. Now, when we talk about the mind, the people call the eyes are the gateways to the mind, The eyes take things to the mind. And it's true because, all right, so, it is said that men, you're attracted by sight. So that's even worse for we know as gentlemen. Because if you see a young lady, you start to think, that you want this person to be your person, your bae, or I don't know what you guys call it. I think bae was the last thing that I heard, the young men calling it. I'm a bae, this, or I don't know. But, you want this girl to be a bae. And it started with the eyes. Now, what we want to focus on is a vision. Watch this. The question is asked, where do you see yourself? So I want persons now to just think, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the road? Where are you now, 20 years down the road? And I want to see some responses in the chat. Where are you 20 years? Where do you see yourself 20 years from now? 15, 20 years. Come on, let me see some persons responding in the chat. I want to know, look at yourself 20 years from now. Where do you see yourself? So Tevin says he sees himself as a coder. Listen to me, that is where the world is going right now. Excellent. Yeah? What about others? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, gentlemen. Type in the chat, man. Because what we want to know is, you see, without the Bible, and you heard that I'm a Christian, right? The Bible says that without a vision, the people perish. You see, if you don't have a vision for your life, if you don't have something that you see yourself as in the future, then right now, everything that comes to you, it will push you off track. And it's that inner strength thing that we're talking about. You cannot experience it because we don't know where we're going. We don't know what the end goal is. We see somebody, Rajay says, at work. Well, I'm happy that you plan to work, Rajay. But what kind of work we're thinking of? Be a little more specific. Zoom in a little more. Where exactly do you see yourself? Antoine Johnson, Mr. Johnson, you must be a good student, you know, because, you know, you have the same last name. You're one of the best students on our roads, I'm sure of it. Yes. So Antoine says he wants to be a chef. Excellent, which is right. Yeah. But some people will say, that is not really my vision. Because my vision is not really for work, you know. That's not my vision. My vision is to sit, you know, in a vacation home on a beach, you know, with my wife and about 3 kids, you know, and, you know, 2 fat Benz park up outside. And, well, I don't like motorcycles, so I'm not really good on, but I know that side of Hanover, when I love the motorcycle, and especially Jung Seng or whatever they are called. But yeah, you know, immediate effects of Popeye. But some people say they see themselves in the army. I want to become a soldier. And let me just scroll up in the chat just to make sure nobody not feel like me left them. Okay. Immediate effects of Popeyes. Stefan, I want to Stefan. So, anyways, so when you have a vision for yourself, that is what you hope to see yourself doing, you know, in the future. But then there's something now called your mission. So the vision is where you see yourself. And that's mental. It's in here. It's your inner strength. Yeah? Inner strength. Because all of these things around us is going to happen that will pull us away from that vision. There are things that will always come that will tell us that, listen, no, that is not for you. Success is not for you. Look at your parents. Look at your siblings. Look at your community. Look at everybody else around you. That is not for you. Success is not for you. Your goal is just sit down where you see other people sitting and just remain there. But when you have the vision in your mind and you activate that inner strength, it doesn't matter what is around you. Yeah, straight up. But then it takes it a little further because there's something called your mission. What is your mission? So the vision is what you see. The mission is what you do. What are you going to do to get you to that vision? How do I become the chef? How do I become the soldier? What are the steps? What are the practical steps I need to take right now, starting today, to reach that goal? That is what we're talking about. Yeah? We want to look in the future, see what we want to achieve, and then we come back now to the present and say, here now, see, today is the day we have to start working on this. The mission begins now. It starts today, all right? So one thing I want to tell you now, don't be afraid to think it. Don't be afraid to conceptualize it. There are many of us who believe that, you know, certain things are not for us. No matter for them type of people, man. No, man. And even if we don't say it, we believe it. We think it. And so even the types of jobs, even the types of businesses that we think of doing, those are things that we put some lid on our very selves. We put a cap on ourselves. So we say, all right, I'm checking on my family, you know. All right, the highest, this is somebody go, they just finish high school and I that. So guess what? I not see myself going to college. I not see myself going to university. Everybody in my family work for somebody. So guess what? I don't see myself as a business owner. I don't see myself, and guess what? Some people, oh, my mother, you know, just have one corner shop or one supermarket. So we don't see ourselves as the owner of like a franchise all over the Caribbean and the US and Canada and the world. We don't see ourselves past what sometimes other people have done. That is the power of the inner strength. That is the power of the vision. If we can see ourselves past that, dare to see it, and say to yourself, yeah, man, I deserve it. In spite of what they want to tell me, you know, teachers, unfortunately, I'm a teacher. I can't bash teachers, but you know, sometimes teachers have a slip of the mouth, so they might say something, you know, what else, all right? Family members, sometimes it's the person's closest to you, it's the person who you expect to be motivating you the most. They are the ones who will sometimes push you to a place that you don't even want to go. Yeah? And prevent you from getting to a place that you actually want to go. It was Pythagoras when he was the first person who said, guess what? The earth is round. Everybody else look at him and say, oh, you know, so the man I eat there is smoked or weed with one piece of lizard tail in it because something not right about this man. Head gone, head chip out. What the song said, that baboon, yeah, man, or something like that. Yeah? Something not going right with this man. Yeah? Because they said the earth is flat. Everybody has said that. And Pythagoras was the first one. So don't be afraid to be the first one in your family to do anything at all that you see yourself doing, being somebody great. Sometimes it's not that we are afraid of, failing, Some of us, we're afraid of being great. We're afraid of stepping out of the box. Yeah. But I want to let you understand one thing though. It's nothing just happens. So the first thing, dare to think it. The second thing, nothing just happens. Everything is intentional. When you work, you must work on purpose. It's when you play, you must play on purpose. It's when you sleep, you must sleep on purpose. Yeah? Everything you do should be on purpose. It should be intentional. When you get up and you step out to your house, you must step out intentionally. What is my goal? Every day you get up and say, what more want be? That's why people create something called a vision board, where you put up something, you put up all the things where you want to be and all the things where you want to do in your life. And you keep looking at that. And so you achieve them, you tick them off. Yeah. That is how we have to start thinking to acquire this wealth in our minds. Because it's the first place you have to be wealthy, You can't have, if you have money and have a poor mind, you will always be poor. So we have to change the mindset. Change the mindset. It's called a transformation of the mind. Renewal of the mind, the Bible calls it. Yeah? So everything is intentional. No, many people have different interests, right? So we have different things that we like to do, right? And we want to get involved in certain things because they say, oh, we just like that, or we just like this. But we have to be very, very careful that we're not wasting our time running after our passion in an incorrect way. And I'm going to get back to that in a bit. All right? I'm going to get back to that in a bit. But there are 3 things I want to leave with you today. 3 points. 3 points I want to leave with you. And it spells act. And basically what I'm saying to you is, in order for you to activate the inner strength, you have to act now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. You have to act now. There's a quote I want to read to you. It says, the time to begin working on your plans was yesterday. But if you start today, you may be able to catch up. But tomorrow will definitely be too late. Let me repeat that. The time to begin working on your plans was yesterday gone. But if you start today, you may be able to catch up. But tomorrow will definitely be too late. You know why? Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. There were some people and say, I'm gonna go do some workout. I'm gonna start run tomorrow. And next year, I'm talking about myself now. You know, 3 years after the belly, just I get bigger and bigger and bigger. See, because guess what? Every day, tomorrow I'm run, man. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do it. If you keep putting things off to tomorrow, then you're going to be in problems. So we must act now. Now, each of these letters act for me means something, right? And after these 3 points, I'm out of here. Yes, you can get to go get your Popeyes, Stefan. Yeah. All right. So the first thing you have to do is acknowledge your strength. A means acknowledge your strength. A means acknowledge your strength. Remember, we're talking about act. You have to act now. And each letter in act means something. A means acknowledge your strength. What is it that is your passion? What is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that you can do seamlessly? Even as I'm speaking right now, there are some people who are thinking of things. Some people think, oh, I'm not going to play some ball unless somebody chat to me right now, some ball, but I don't want to play. You eat dinner, you think about is you use all the fork and the knife at home as lick around the food in your plate and try to score a goal in your plate. You have some people, them in a class and the teacher, they teach up there, and all they can think about is seeing the whiteboard as a big net to score a goal. You have some people who, when they enter the class, as the teacher says something, right? You can find some joke in it. You can find some way of twisting what the teacher say. Yeah. Now, some of you have interest in music. You're so lyrical. Everything you can rhyme it. I'm not talking about no nursery rhyme. But what does it mean? It means that it's time to focus on that. So it's when you come to literature class, so when you come to learn about the simile and the metaphor and the personification and the other figures of speech, you know, put them something you're going to your maths up that straight. Because guess what, you are looking, what is my passion? I have a passion, I have a natural skill to writing, but nobody with only natural talent ever makes it out pro. Nobody. It always takes training, development. It always takes apprenticeship. It always takes us learning and having to do that intentionally. Yeah? So we are acknowledging the strength. Yes? We have to acknowledge what our passions are. Some of you, all right, think about it now. Every day you get up, you listen to the music. How does that benefit you? Every day we get up, we watch the blogs and these comedians nowadays. Dino Crazy, same name, and you have a lot of them. You have a lot of them that are out now doing things. And how does that help you? What about start putting your content together? What about start recording? What about start writing your songs? What about putting things in paper? Some people want to do so many things. Coding. What about start writing your apps now? In a few years, your apps are the apps that people will be buying. Facebook was started in a dorm at Harvard. Mark Zuckerberg did not even go to class in school class. And so I'm not encouraging that though, none at all. But he sat there and he was using his time wisely. But some of us, we waste the time. We're watching the entertainment, but we're not creating anything. We're consuming everything and we're not creating. So today we're activating all of them something. We're stir up them gifts there. We're say, yo, guess what? A full time. Yesterday gone, today is the day to begin. Yes. Some of you love football. Then PE and biology are subjects where you need to make sure so you're focused on. Some of you love argue. So guess what? You have to work with your English language, you have to work with your history, and you have to work with your other social sciences so you can go argue in a court and make some money. Yes, well, since you're arguing a cuss and a fight, only cause problems. That can't work. What we want to do is to purposefully argue. So when you argue in a court, you make money. And you step out in your black and white and you're gone in your Benz, cool. You know, if you hitch up in a taxi after you just done fight and cuss down a Orange Bay. Orange Bay, yes. You understand me? Or down a Green Island. Or want to fight down a Green Island. No, I want to deal with that. We fight lyrically. So you can do, you write your songs. And that is how we create revenue for ourselves. Yeah? So we're activating that inner strength. We're not using no physical strength right now. We're working on the inner strength. Yes? So can somebody remind me? What does the A mean again? In act. What does the
activating strength?
Activate your strength. Yeah, man, get it out there. Wake it up. It has sleeping because it's there. It's a natural affinity that you have. It's there, but it needs to be activated, mobilized, put into practice. The C stands for center yourself. And listen to me now. When I say center yourself, hear what I'm talking about. When I say center yourself, I am talking about you stopping everything. God, guess what I pray? There are so many things that are happening around us that will prevent us from focusing on what the goal is. No money, family issues, girlfriend issues, some of you. And some of them no girlfriend. You know, they pretend like you don't have girlfriend and the whole of we know. So we don't have no girlfriend. So just chill out and nobody even show up on yourself, yeah? Yeah, because we know. You know, they are pretend. You see one little girl, you have to go talk to her 2 times. Oh, you know, say, I did that. Not that thing about so. You can't trick with, right? Yeah, but there are so many things to distract you. So what we need to do sometimes is just stop everything. Center yourself. Remind yourself, what am I supposed to be doing? A boy this year in a square. Center yourself. If I retaliate, no. How my first instinct is telling me to retaliate. What is going to be my end game? Where am I going to end up? Where am I going to be? Center yourself. Somebody come to you and say, you know, someone party down the road, but you know, say you have test tomorrow. Exactly, Antoine. Yeah? But somebody come to you now and said to you, let's go to a party. A party, nice enough. I go give you instant gratification, you know, someone be from around there, so they come to and you want, you know, right? And, you know, drinking go on there, and the whole vibe of the whole thing. Yeah? But that instant gratification, what is it going to cost your future? Center yourself. Center yourself. Find back yourself. Zoom in back to who you really are. That is what we have to do. We have to make sure that each time we acknowledge our strength, but then we center ourselves, because we can lose ourselves so easily. If somebody say, oh, my head chip out. Yeah, man, me lose everything gone. And the rage take over, you want us shell down a boy. Yeah, but what is the end goal of that? Where are you going to end up? Yeah. So we understand that. Now, watch this. When you center yourself, what you're actually doing is you call it recalibrate. You know, it's in a smart board. You know, you have to recalibrate. It's like you say to yourself, all right, hold on. What's my name again? Kevin Johnson. Okay, who may be again? Teacher, pastor, youth leader. All right. All right, so that means I can't do that. I don't care who come, I don't care what I go on. Marijuana did it. Yeah, I want to smoke it. Yeah, I feel like I'm addicted. Rum did it. Yeah, I feel like I want to drink it. The B did it. The B want to rate and, you know. But what am I do? I need to always remember who I am. I am Kevin Johnson, teacher, educator, pastor, youth advocate. You have to know who you be. I am, who was it that wanted to be the coder again? Was it Kemar or Tevin? I don't remember. Tevin, you have to remember, who am I? Coder. So even when IT and them subjects they get hard, you have to remember, okay, who am I? Tevin. So Tevin can do this. Tevin, gather yourself, man. You understand me? Sometimes you're thinking of even your interests. Some of you love guns, right? And some people, some young men, I like guns too, right? Not as much as some people do, right? But one of the things you can do, of course, you can go into law enforcement. Why we have to think the other road? Why we have to think the other road? You're going to law enforcement, you get exposed to as much gun as you want. But you have to say to yourself, no, if you say, no, this is not the road I want to choose. Because if I choose this road, everything gets messed up. I buy a house, I can't sleep at night. And that goes to the one, the dial of them too. You buy a house, you can't sleep at night, good, because the man, we don't share money good, they might come for you. Your family at risk. Everything about you turns upside down because the vision, you got sidetracked. You have to center yourself. When people come with opportunities, center yourself. Is this a part of my goal? And tell them plain, brother, this is not a part of my thing. So guess what? More just pass on the one. Just hold off a little bit with that. Yeah? It can be done. It must be done. Because we have to activate the inner strength. Yes, indeed. So tell me again, what was the first thing? What does the A mean?
Activate.
Activate your strength. Yes. And what does the C mean?
Center yourself.
Center yourself. Yes, center yourself. And the final point is take time. Now, time is a big word. I do so much letter, T-I-M-E, just 4 letters. It's a huge word. Because time, somebody says, is the currency of earth. Money not important. Time is important. Because if you have time, you can make enough money. Yeah. So time is what we don't have. Time is the currency of earth. If we have time, we can do anything. That's one of the problems with humanity. We just don't have enough time. Now let me ask you this. What do you spend your time doing? How many of you spend your time? Let me say us, because I'm included in this too. Because sometimes I need to recenter myself to see me and learn to take time. Take time to do the things that I need to do and stop the rushing. We rush through the assignments, we rush through the schoolwork, and we spend time wasting on the corner. That not make no sense where that go put me. Let's look at it this way. How you spend your time now will determine how you will spend your time 15 years from now. Sound simple, sound kind of cliche, but watch this. If you spend your time, I'll give you 2 analogies them and watch this. Person A spends in time now, in his productive years, in his school years, spends his time on the corner, going to the river, going to the beach, going to parties, not listening to proper education, not have no skill, not marketable, nothing at all. So guess what? Person A, 15 years from now, you know what him still do? One of 2 things. Either him still a pump gas at the gas station, or him still a clean somebody's yard or something, or him in a life of crime, or something of the sort, or him dead. Yeah? Straight up. One of those things could be his reality. Because when he had the time to sit, or you know what could happen to person A to? Person A up on the corner, I beg you, a big person be 50 heart. Go buy a whistler and some grabber. Or buy one special. I heard that they call, I didn't know special is Roman something that they told me. I had no idea. But you know, I can beg your bills to buy. And that's what they're doing until 30, 40-year old. Yeah? Because they spent the productive years, they took time to waste. They took time out of their schedule to waste it, sitting down on the corner. Look at person B now. Person B, get to go much party now. He have in life, Because nobody not saying if you have a social life, we have to. So him socialize, but him get the work done first. If him have 24 hours, him not spend 20 hours I do foolishness and then 4 hours sleep and then get up again and then nothing productive happens. In time, he manages time properly. So him say, all right, we'll just match up the work. So I know so I get the work here, then we can spend the rest of the evening and relax, talk to 2B on Insta and whatnot. No problem with that. It's a part of the growing up process. It's a part of it. But what do you spend? What do you prioritize? What do you give the most of your time? If person B gives school most of his time now, training, development, learning, I'm not talking about formal education alone. I'm not talking about going on YouTube and learn about investment, financial, buying stocks and bonds, trading in Bitcoin, trading on the Forex market. Those are the things I'm talking about. Educate yourself, build up yourself. Yeah? If person B does that, you see, when he do that for these years of his life, he said, I'm 40, yes, I spend time I do. He must spend time alone with him friend them on Goat Island with boats. Yeah? Or down on the grill. Just hopefully him and I won't dip on the boat or crash which day and sink. But him there Rick's Cafe every weekend. Him take a trip to Dubai. Him and him bridging them. Where person A and female bridging them, they on the corner every day look at each other. Yo, we're going today, youth. I just dumping on butter, you know. Few much years I dumping on butter, and we can't make it better because we never use with time properly. So the T in activating the inner strength is to take the time. Take the time to work on yourself. Take the time to develop your skills. And believe me, if that is done, you will achieve anything that you want to achieve. Yes? So let us recap quickly and I'm done. What does the A in act now means?
Activate.
Activate your strength. And what does the C mean? Yes, sir. And what does the C mean?
Center yourself.
Center yourself. And what does the T mean?
Take time.
Take time. Take the time. Yes? So with that said, I'm closing. I'm done. Yeah, I just empty everything I want to say. And that is basically it from me today to you. As you continue to activate your inner strength, just act now. Activate your strength. Make it active now. Yeah? Center yourself. Recalibrate. Work on yourself. And take the time to get things done. All right? God bless you, everybody, you know. And I declare that the Lord will continue to move in your lives and make every crooked path straight in Jesus' name. Bless you.
Amen.
Powerful words
Amen.
here.
Amen. Before I bring on the speaker for the vote of thanks, I won't comment any further and risk diluting what was said. I will leave it as is and let it do its work in the minds of our students. And I'm now going to invite Mr. Timothy Kent, one of our very own, to do the vote of thanks.
Okay, sir. Mr. Wallace, thank you. Mr. Johnson, Kevin Johnson to be exact. I must extend my gratitude on behalf of the Rhodes High School. To be exact, also the males, the boys of the Rhodes High School, and teachers, the organizer of this program, for choosing you specifically to give us this important speech and sending this message. We now need to search for our inner strength so we can center ourselves, then take the time to act now. And doing so, we cannot be like person A, and we will become the person we were cut out to be. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, once more.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Kent, one of our very own.
And if I may
before I move,
so Wallace,
yes.
Before you get to what you were going for, Mr. Kent is also Private Kent. I must put that out there, given that this session is to empower our males. He's Private Kent is the team squad leader of Rhodes High School cadet unit, right, Mr. Davis? If I should, just to be sure, can I get some support here? But based on the information that I would have had at my desk, currently Private Kent, and he's the team squad leader for Rhodes High School.
Yes,
Cadet unit. So congratulations, Mr. Kent.
Yes, he is.
Congratulations, good job representing the males. Good job. Awesome. Over to you, Mr. Wallace.
Okay. Couple more to go. So courtesy of your music teacher, Mr. Kiefer Davis, Jacqueline and Kevin has received 15% bonus marks on their coursework for their outstanding participation during today's program. So Mr. Jacqueline and Kevin, you have been rewarded for your participation by your music teacher, Mr. Davis. I will now introduce or bring back Miss Edwards for question and answers and giveaways. Miss Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Before I get into that, for coming from the Ops department, I want to do a little recognition also for the boys. Let me know when you're seeing my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Okay, lovely. So, Miss Phillips and I, as the Ops coaches, we want to take this time out to recognize the boys for best attendance so far this term. For grade 7, we have quite a few names. We have Alvin Ingram, Davian Crow, Gregory Brown, Roger Daly, Toussaint McDonald, T. Gillins, Zidane Debbie, Kimani Wilberg, Jamara Shaw, Javier Clark. And these are grade 7 students. Gary Snow, Andre Barnes, Maurice Clark, Sian Williams, Antone Ferguson, Christopher Hamilton, Alex Pattison, Courtney Powell, Tyan Williams, or Ty, don't know if I pronounce that name correctly, Shamar Brown, Tahir Houghton, Anthony Green. And for grade 8, we have a Duke Grant, Swain Ellis, Leon Lee, Kevon Campbell, Kimani Wilson, and Romario Escoffrey. And for grade 9, we have Javon Sprague, Tevin Martin, Rick McLean, Roger Hamilton, David Napier, Dijon Woolery, Nicole Beadle, and Keyshawn Richards. We just want to encourage you to continue to attend your classes, continue to be consistent, and guess what? In the end, your reward is sure. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Edwards. And as we are moving closer to closing this very special session, I want to invite Miss Edwards again to bring us over to an exercise that would help us to retrieve some more.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna post a link in the chat. You are going to click on it in order to be a part of the game. It's a mini quiz. You are going to answer the questions and we will see who has the most coins in 5 minutes will win something from Mr. Bonick. So go ahead and click on that link. Tell me if you're able to join. Let me share my screen so you're able to see what's happening. When you look on the screen, it will show you the players here, how many persons are able to join. So go ahead and click on the link. Let me know if you're able to get in. Is the link working? Anybody get to click on it?
Yes, miss, yes.
All right, let me try again. Chat. Miss, all right, try that link. This one's supposed to work. Students, I have to give me your feedback, so I can know what to do. Are you able to log on?
Yes.
Mr. Bonick, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Oh, yes. I have started. to see persons logging in. Anybody else will join us for the game? Good. I see Duke, Javier, Rick. Anybody else? All right. If I have 5 persons
Miss,
that
my one now
want to
go in,
start
miss.
the game, and if you feel like, you can always join the game late. All right. So I'm gonna start the quiz. Let's go.
Mrs. I wait for persons.
So the quiz will come up. You have 4 answers. You choose one. Persons with the most points at the end. Good luck. Let's go. All right, and the game is off. Let's see who will get the first set of gold coins. All right, we have Ricardo joining us. We have Timothy also. All right, and Jever is in first place with 40 gold coins. Jay's in second. No, he moved to third with 10 coins, and a Duke is in first place. All right, we have Rick rising from the ashes to 30 points. Timothy also with 30 points. All right, come on, Mick J. Rick is now in first place with 130 gold coins. All right, a Duke has taken over. Come on, guys, come on. Let's see who is gonna win this. You have 4 minutes to go. And Mike J stole 33 gold coins from Rick. All right, a Duke stole 28 from Jay. Come on, Jay, don't give up. A Duke is still in the first place. Who is going to take over from Duke? A Duke. Come on, Timothy, you can do it. So when you answer a question, it will ask you to either swap a box or steal coins. And that's how you will build up your collection. And Jay is still in first place. Nobody can defeat a Duke. Oh, Rick stole from a Duke. Wow. All right, Timothy, you're still in sixth place with 70 points. Ricardo, move up to fourth place. And you know, Rick is in first place. Come on, guys, you have 3 minutes to go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna stand victorious at the end with the most gold coins? All right, Timothy, move up to fifth. Jay still in third place. Rick is still holding the first position. And Rick is stealing a lot of coins from his opponents. That's why he's in first place. Come on, Timothy, moving from sixth to third place. Let's go. Oh no, Jay took over from Timothy. Come on, come on. And this is a stiff race. Stiff competition. Javier rose out of the ashes to fifth place. Come on. Oh no, a Duke fell to fourth place. And Jay's in first place with 2,832 coins. And guys, we have 2 minutes to go. You can do it, you can do it. Rick stole 708 gold coins from Jay. Jay's in first place now. Look at that. 2,204 gold coins. And Micah, we have Micah coming in at sixth place with 130 gold coins. And a Duke is now back in first place. He took over from Jay. And Micah rose to second place with 1,206 coins. Come on, guys, a little over a minute to finish the game. Who is gonna come out victorious with the most coins? Let's go, let's go. A Duke is now back on top with less points. Oh, Micah now is in first place. Micah, can you keep that position until the game is over? Oh no, he went down to second place. And a Duke is now in third place. Timothy, you know, in fourth place. All right, Micah is back on top. Oh no, we have 45 seconds to go. Micah, are you able to keep that first place? No. A Duke, will you be able to keep the first place? And we have Rick coming up in third place. Oh, Timothy now in fourth place. Dante has rose from the ashes to, oh no, he fell to seventh place. All right, we have what, 25 seconds to go. Let's see who's gonna win. Who is gonna win? Micah, is it you? Rick, is it you? David coming from the ashes with 6,462 coins. Can you keep that position, David? We have less than 10 seconds to go. And who is gonna win? Mr. Bonnick, you better gear up a prize for the winner. It's a stiff competition here. Oh no, fine, and the game is finished. Who won? Who won? David with 5,816 coins. All right. Thank you guys for your participation.
That was new. I like that. Awesome. But you see, as if
Mr. Bonnick, back to you.
But we've got the prizes. The winner, who is the winner? We're going to be asking the winner to send over his number in the chat. Tevin, Jaquan, and
David for the prize.
Yes, please send over your number so we can give you what is yours. And this is where we come to an end. We want to thank everyone for showing up. I want to extend the sterling gratitude from the school admin, also from the guidance department, to the entire team, the media team. Mr. Davis was led very well and skillfully by Mr. Davis, Tifa Davis. Yes, to our presenters who did an awesome job at last minute. Yes, I must say that. And that is what we're talking about. I think what the presenters would have done, it exemplified the team activating, your inner strength. Of course, the moderator who so ably handled this program, as we all know, it's a new way of bringing across and getting together with people. It's nothing easy, especially in this digital divide. And as you realize, he did it skillfully in, making the program a success. I want to thank everyone. I may not be able to call all the names, but they're here for their participation. I want to thank also the ops team, Miss Edwards, Miss Phillips, for making this a grand success. I am sure that the males, they were impacted. I must say, let us continue to empower our males. Let us keep them in the conversation, and let us continue to help them as best as we can. Once again, thank you. And of course, we have our social media pages. Please share the links where possible and encourage persons to follow. Let us get the brand name Rhodes all out there. That is our intention. We want to be among the big names. And it starts right here. We're activating, we're bringing ourselves on new fronts. Once again, thanks everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you.